Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I just thought I'd do a little catch-up chat kind of thing because it's kind of 12 months, just over 12 months since I started my YouTube channel, and it's just gone bonkers. Absolutely blown away with all your support, guys. It's just amazing. I can't tell you how lovely it is. So I just thought I'd do another little chat video, mainly because I've been to a christening and I've got makeup on and my hair's done. So I thought I'd make the most of it. Got a frock on and everything. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy 12 months. So my channel's gone from strength to strength. I posted my 100th video this morning, which was like pretty cool, really. It's just a bit bonkers, really, isn't it? You know, I started posting a couple of videos, and now it's, you know, I've made all these new friends and stuff. It's great. I love it. So I was trying to think about what I could talk about. So I'm just going to have a bit of a joke about stuff, because I'm still 12 months on getting questions about this flipping egg poacher. Now some people have said that they've bought them and they were a bit floppy, and this is quite a firm one. You can, you know, give it a bit of welly. So if you have bought one and it's a floppy version, maybe crumple some foil up and put it inside so it makes it a bit more stable for you. But yeah, egg poacher. Still, I got a question yesterday about it, so it's just makes me chuckle. I made some notes because, you know, I've got a memory like a sieve. So yeah, I was gonna I get asked lots and lots of questions, and I do my best, guys, to answer. It may be a week later, but I do my best to answer your questions, no matter how daft they are, and no matter what language they're in, by the way, because it's dead easy for me to translate it and then write back to you in your language as well, which I love doing. I love that I get, you know, questions from people all over the world in all different languages, and I do my best with the subtitles, as you know, so that, you know, we've got a vast range of subscribers to my channel. So I thought I would talk about, first I thought I'd address some nasty comments that I've had. Now, in my first little chat video, if you remember, I'd only had a couple, and they were mainly about my tattoos. Now, fortunately, I think since I did that, and other people have mentioned it, I've not had one nasty comment. I've had things like, oh, not my cup of tea, but, you know, and that's fine. But I've not had any nasty comments, so that's great. But I have had a few, oh, honestly, where do these people come from? Comments about having dirty nails, comments about me sniffling because, and I apologise twice in the video because of my hay fever, and I counted how many times I sniffled in that video, and it was 3 times. But apparently my constant sniffling was really annoying somebody. Well, just don't bloody watch it then. You know, click the X button and go and watch somebody else if I'm that annoying. Just, oh, honestly, it doesn't bother me. I'm very thick-skinned. Doesn't bother me at all, as you've probably seen with some of my replies to people, especially the nail comment. I just laugh it off, you know. They've got obviously nothing better to do with their lives, and that's quite a shame, really, isn't it? You know, if they think their goal in life is just being horrible to people. And I do laugh it off. It doesn't, you know, I can shrug it off. I'm a big girl. But, yeah, personal comments. There's no need, is there? No need whatsoever to make personal comments to somebody. what on earth, you know, if you want to make a comment on something I'm doing with polymer clay or the way I do something, then, you know, fair enough. A bit of constructive criticism is, you know, helpful, isn't it? But personal digs at people, some people need to get out more, I think. Just having my brew as usual. So yeah, I've had, you could probably hear in the background, I get a few people who say, oh, what's going on in the background? I could hardly hear you, which is obviously a load of rubbish, because I must watch this video 3 times before it's even uploaded, with all the editing and stuff I do. Yeah, my husband is just a noisy bugger. And, you know, there's only so much I can do, apart from go out and shout at him, which I think you heard me on one video shout at him. But, yeah, so it's not too bad, guys. It's not too bad with the comments. I know that 99.9% of you are really lovely and really supportive. And bless the lot of you. Thank you. I was hoping to get Doris in to say hello. But because of the noise Steve's making, she's walked him out to the living room. So yeah. What else was I going to talk about? Yes. Few people have asked me about my favourite techniques and things. And like I said, I do try and answer people in the questions and things. But you probably can tell from my playlists and things. Making stone effects I really like, and Makuma Garnet I really like. But I just like playing, really. You know, something will grab my eye and I think, oh, I'll try that, or I'll try this, or oh, this colour, or, you know. It's hard to say sometimes where you get your inspiration from. Because it could be anything, you know. Just a pattern I see in some wood, or a colour might, you know, spark something off. So it's hard for me to put my finger on it sometimes, what has actually inspired me to do something. And obviously other artists can inspire you as well, can't they? Because I know a lot of people are doing a lot with alcohol inks and things at the minute, which I need to do. What I need to do is I've got so much mixed media art materials, and I know some will be fine with clay, but others I'm not too sure if they'll work with clay, if they're suitable. So I need to do a bit of research and maybe introduce a little bit of my mixed media with clay, if that makes sense. So that might be something that's will pop up, you know, trying different. You know, I've already done some embossing powders, and of course I've done alcohol inks and stuff. But I have got lots of different products. I've not used my pan pastels. I've not used my pastel chalks. I've got a bit of, I've just had a raspberry triangle turnover, raspberry turnover, and the seeds are stuck in my teeth, sorry. Well, I forgot what I was saying now. Brain like a sieve today, honestly. Oh yeah, so inspiration, it can be anywhere, strike me at any time. And I just kind of do what I want to do and hope you guys are enjoying what I've shown you. You know, some things I can do can be quite involved, can't they? And it's an hour-long video, and other things, like when I did these little brooches with just the texture on them. Just very, very simple, but very effective, aren't they? Quick and simple. So yeah, so inspiration can come from anywhere. And I'll just while I remember about stuff, you must always check in my videos, guys, in the description. If you just hit that little down arrow, I always have all the materials I've used in the video, so the colours of the clay and, you know, anything else I may have used within it, like alcohol inks or something. I'll list the colours I've used. And there's also loads of links. So there's a link to my glass mat, there's a link to my favourite moulds, there's a link to my favourite shops that I use and things like that. So there's always lots of information in that section, guys. I know some people ask me a question, and what they've actually asked me is the information's there for them already. And again, I really don't mind questions at all, guys, but if you just check that section, if you've got a question about a colour or something, then that, you know, that's where everything will be. Yeah, and I always put an information card on, so it might link you to a previous video where I've done something similar. So I always try and put as much information in the video and in the bits that go with the video as possible, just to make life easier for you and also for me. Then I'm not answering 1,000,001 questions, if that makes sense. So yeah, that was that. Something else I wanted to talk about. But I haven't really got much else to say, guys, to be fair. You know, apart from thank you for all your support and how mad is, you know, I think I've just got over 4,000 subscribers in 12 months. My views are just like amazing, like thousands of views per video, which is again amazing. To think that there's so many people out there who just, you know, like playing along with me, which is why what I do, I try and do it as if we're in the room together and we're doing it together. So you can, you know, you can work at my speed. I'm not cutting too much of it out or speeding it up too much and things. I try and keep everything real time and, you know, physically tell you what I'm actually doing. So if it's not that, you know, if you can't quite see, but I'm telling you, you know, you've got both instruction and visual then, haven't you? Yeah, but that's about it, I think, guys. I just thought while I looked reasonably presentable, I would pop along and say hello, and catch up with you all. So yeah, got a bit of a challenge coming up. Me and Deb from Clay Boutique are doing a little private challenge with each other, and we've got another friend, Lorraine, has picked what we need to use, the colours and the shape and the material, not materials, the mediums. So I'm going to be filming that later. Well, probably do it tomorrow now because it's getting a bit late, and that should be going live on Wednesday. I think we're going to do it on Wednesday. So that's going to be fun. I need to think of some ideas, and the colour they've given me, not Happy Bunny, not my favourite colour at all. Some of you will know which colour was picked. But yeah, that's about it, guys, really. Just thought I'd pop on, say hello, so you can have a look at my mush and me. Finally got my hair coloured and my balayage done. So I'm back blonde again and straight, and bits of hair falling out. Right, I'm going to leave you all there. See you soon. Bye.